If awakening feels like it's going too fast right now for you, emotionally, energetically, physically, mentally, then this video is for you. Most people think there's something wrong at this point. It isn't, but what you do right now matters a lot. So if you just continue your hardcore practice, if you continue your pedal to the metal awakening approach, if you continue doing hardcore meditation, self-inquiry, or retreat style practice, then you're going to overbear your nervous system. Your nervous system right now is saying, not more. I don't want more. I want to integrate. So this is something for you to play with if you feel like things are not going fast enough. You want to step up your practice. You want to do more. You want to try new things, mostly. But if things are going too fast, you want to slow down. You want to give your system time to integrate. And if you're not doing as much practice right now, then what you need are specific nervous system tools, mostly grounding. So let me explain these two routes. First of all, if you're doing a lot of practice right now and you feel that things are going too fast or it's too intense, you want to slow down your practice. You want to just do very little or no practice for a while to integrate this. It could be 2 weeks or 1 week, depending on how you feel. But until you feel stable, you want to not do this anymore, just for a little while. Because this might be a very good practice for you if you see progress. And that progress should not be instability, but that progress should be new insights, new pieces of you letting go, feeling clearer, feeling more empty, more connected, more loving. And that should be progress. If that progress isn't happening, maybe you're doing something that's just destabilizing, then stop that, right? If it's destabilizing in a good way, then you'll also see this progress I'm talking about. But if it's only destabilizing and it's not giving you more insight, more clarity, more old stuff coming up and letting go, then it's not really progress. Then it's just destabilization. So, for example, there are some types of yoga which can be really intense and destabilizing for people. There are some types of meditation which can be quite intense and destabilizing. And these are specific practices. It's not following your style of awakening. It's following a specific method. Maybe that method is too much for you. So another way is you're doing just too much practice, then you need to slow it down. Another one is, which I see a lot, is that you're not doing so much practice. You're not doing practice that's destabilizing, but this process is just really intense for you without you actually pushing the pedal to the metal so much. And that's because what your system is missing is grounding. Grounding is super important. And it's that the body actually knows it's safe. And that energy and source knows the body is here. You are here. So there are two ways that could ground you. One is looking at some feelings that you have been avoiding. Some feelings that are here probably constantly. I had a client that was feeling like everything was sort of cement, and especially related to one person. I had another client which had a specific feeling of inadequacy, which they did not really face. So if there are feelings right now in your life which you've been avoiding or moving away from, maybe even feelings that you haven't really seen, then this is also a strategy for you to look at by feeling those feelings, because those might be the energetic blocks in the body that are disallowing your natural grounding. Then I'm going to speak specifically about certain grounding practices, which again, if you are going too fast, these are the most important thing for you to do. So one is, and it's maybe the most helpful and the most important thing, which I also talk about in my free guide, which I'll link below. It's called Stabilizing Awakening, and it goes into more detail, is having contact with earth, with your bare feet on the ground, and it's not your floor, but it should be the earth. So ideally in grass or earth or rocks or somewhere where you're connected directly to nature with your feet. It could be your garden, it could be a park. This is a lifesaver, and it's something I do at least a couple of times a week, but I used to do it every day for 10 minutes at least when I was in more intense phases of awakening. Second is my 2 shower protocol, one in the morning and one before sleep, just to shower off this energy. Or if you just had a big release, take a shower. Third one is to move the body, to make sure that the body knows, hey, I'm here. The fourth one is the meditation, which I've included in the ebook or the guide below. The fifth one is eat intuitively. In this phase, you don't want to restrict yourself too much food-wise. I know you want to be healthy, but your brain needs certain cravings. It has certain cravings because it needs this energy to use to make the structural changes, because it's actual changes in the brain. Meditation and these practices give actual changes in the brain. You can see on an MRI or you can see in a brain scan. So it's important for you to bring in the raw material. So eat enough protein, ideally vegetarian or vegan protein, but eat enough protein. Make sure you have those amino acids. Make sure you have enough grounding, enough carbs. For example, potatoes and carrots, something people gravitate to in this process because it's from the earth as well. So make sure that you manage your energy, that you have contact with the surface when you do intense meditations. First of all, you feel your contact with your seat, with the ground, with your feet. And this will definitely help you, my friend. Also, it will help you in intense sessions or facing intense feelings that you're in contact with the earth. So if this resonates and you want support in stabilizing this phase for you, then there's a free guide below, like I said, and there's the option for a free clarity call with me below. No pressure, but just support. Much love. Bye.